Hey guys, what's up? My name is Lemmy. I get to be the production director here at Vertical Church, and thank you for joining along with us for these 21 days of prayer and fasting. It's been a while. It's been 2.5 weeks. We're struggling, but we're gonna get through. I love how the Lord has used this time to really clarify our vision and His will for our life. So super blessed, and I hope that you guys are also experiencing that blessing as well. This week we've been talking about how we as believers can discover gifts and how we can use them to edify our community and our church. And so I realize that sometimes we may not understand what our gifting may be. Maybe you're early on in this walk as a believer and you really haven't discovered your gift yet. And so today I want to give you 3 tips to discovering your gift. So number 1 is really understanding the kind of gifts that the Bible gives us, like the gifts that are in the text. So in order to discover your gift, you have to see what gifts are available to you. And so some key areas in the text in the Bible are 1 Corinthians 12, Romans 12, and Ephesians 4. And these are just some of the scriptures that identify some of the gifts, but they're just starting points. There are so many examples of other gifts in the Bible that we can learn to acquire and we can learn to develop in ourselves. Yeah, dive deep into the Word. Dive deep into the Bible, dive deep into these examples that I've just given, and see which one you can identify yourself in. So that's tip 1. Tip 2 is to observe your gifts in the local church. So what does that mean? Hebrews 10:24 says, "Let us think of ways to motivate one another, of acts of love and good works." And so it means that there are tons of believers exercising their gifts on a Sunday. Other believers that have already been through this walk for a little bit and that know their gift, they can use their gifts to spur you on, as the NIV says it. And so those giftings, as you continue to see other people use their gifts, kind of look around and ask yourself, like, which one of these gifts is attracting me? What person is pulling me in? What kind of gifting is pulling me in? And start asking yourself as you talk to other believers, as they're encouraging you, and then you might be able to figure out what your gifting is there. So observe other gifts in the church, because then you'll be able to pull on something. You might be able to feel something. Your spirit might tug towards a gift there. And then thirdly, you may, instead of just observing and things like that, the third tip is to ask others what they see in you. A lot of the times, I can remember when I was a young believer and I was younger and I was in high school, I would just go around to other people. I would go around to other ministries. I would start in the kids ministry and I'd be like, "Hey, can I volunteer here?" They're like, "Yeah, volunteer here." And I realized that after a couple weeks that I hated it. It was not my thing. It's not what I wanted to do. And I was like, man, I would really wonder what it is that I should do here. And then after asking a couple people, they're like, "Bro, you've been working on our computers, you've been working on our cameras, you've been working on our sound system. It sounds like you're a tech guy." And I was like, maybe I am. Maybe I can use technology and production to start influencing the way people see our church and the way our messages is being delivered. And I was like, maybe that's my thing. And so I started working more on that and started dedicating more of my time to that. And thank God, I really discovered that my gifting was in that area, was in that space. But so many times we might miss it because we're trying to do so much, and other people on the outside may have a better perspective as to, you're really good at this, you're really good at hospitality, you're really good at teaching something, and so get somebody else's opinion. Lastly, I just want to finish with saying, don't be afraid to experiment. There can be so many times where you're like, I don't know, I'm scared to even try something. I'm scared to even do something because I may not feel confident enough yet. You might not feel like I'm new, I've never really stepped out and experimented with what I could do. And the Lord is saying for you to step out, for you to go ahead and try something new. And if that ministry isn't for you, then your leaders here at Vertical will gladly point you to a ministry that can work for you and that can really show your gifting. Because here at Vertical, we want you to know your purpose, to discover your purpose. And so, yeah, that is our devotional for today. These are 3 simple tips that you can take to discover your gift if you haven't yet. God bless you.